Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Connie. Thank you so much for watching, and please do like and subscribe if you like this content. But here we go in beautiful Mayfair, London, the jewel of London neighborhoods. We are gonna go window shopping. The street we're on right now is Bruton Street, and it's right across from Berkeley Square. And as you will see as we go further in, it is home to luxury. Luxury. I mean, Mayfair is all about the luxury, isn't it? So it's no surprise there that you can literally shop for your car right there in Bentley or Ferrari, or there is a little further up the road, closer to Hyde Park. They have what's the name of it again? Oh, Aston Martin, if you love cars, as I do. And then you can come down the street. You can drive in your new car and come to, this is Bruton Street we're on right now. And as you could have seen, we just passed Zimmerman, we passed Elie Saab, Isaac Mizrahi, some of the stores that we've passed by, I think Veronica Beard. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Just wait till we get onto Old Bond Street. This is our destination, Old Bond Street. If you want to shop in London, in Mayfair, and you want all the luxury brands, this is the place to go. If you're considering coming to London and you're considering shopping while in London, whether it is for clothes, whether it is for an engagement ring, whether it's for shoes, whatever, this is where you go. This is Asbury, and they had such a, I'm telling you, this camera did not do justice. The display was gorgeous. The florals, look at that incredible necklace, which could probably buy me a house. But yeah, the display here was just amazing. The colors. London is so vibrant, and this was a gorgeous day. This is back in June that I was here, towards the end of June. Don't let anybody fool you and think that it's always raining in London and you know, moody. Yes, of course, there are days like that, but then you also get these beautiful summers. Anyway, we're coming on to Old Bond, and as you can see already, we've got Miu Miu, and right opposite from Miu Miu, which you shall see shortly, I'm not going to reveal, but once I got up here, I was sort of debating. I was like, should I go left and sort of go all the way till the end of the stores and then come back all the way? And I was just like, oh, it's going to be a long walk. So you can see on this side, you've got Roberto Cavalli, you've got Gucci, you've got Fendi, on the side where Miu Miu was, and more. And then on the opposite side, you've got Chloe. Oh, the Chloe's here actually. I think Versace's on that side. If I had walked just a little further straight, I think that that is New Bond, and you would have seen other stores, but not as much as where the camera is angled right now. We're gonna go there because that's where you have the concentration, as you can already see, the flag, the Chanel. Yeah, that's the direction that we're gonna head. That's the direction we're gonna head. Even though at this point I did what a typical New Yorker would do, It's like, you know, you get on the train and you fall asleep because you're exhausted, and then you open your eyes and the doors are open, and then you get scared because you were in such a deep sleep. You thought maybe you this was your stop. Oh, you passed your stop, then you run out of the cart only to find out that, wait a minute, this isn't my stop, and then have to run back in looking like a fool. So that's sort of what I did. I walked across the street and I was like, yeah, let me go back to the other side of the street, because what a way to start. Let's start here with Hermes on Old Bond Street. First store is Hermes on this side of the street, and they had a fun, spunky, colorful display here in their window. And just a stone's throw, you have Chanel, which is very muted, sort of classical, black and white, simple display out. And here we go. And right next to Chanel, you have Dior, and another French luxury brand. And Dior was more like, oh, sorry, we're still in Chanel, which was quite a big store. But Dior's display, as you'll see shortly, was very more like a safari theme, I guess. You know, very muted, tan, beige, and so forth. And Dior's has quite a large store. The security guys are always ready to go. But I was not going into the store because that would just be an unwelcome distraction. I didn't actually see this when I was, until now when I'm doing the editing, but as you could have seen, that was this black box here. It says McLaren. So I'll be looking forward to going back there to see McLaren. I did get a McLaren in Mayfair when I was there, so check out my other video of it, and it was green, my favorite color. Anyway, Givenchy is here across the road, so I'm focusing on this side of the street, and then I'm gonna do like a loop and come back to the other side of the street, just so that you guys can see all the stores that are here. We come in after Givenchy, you have Bulgari. Bulgari did have, I think, the most beautiful door of all the stores here. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't like the serpent thing. Yeah, not for me. But here we go. And then right next to that, we've got Harry Winston. So you don't have to be shopping for clothes. You could also be shopping for an engagement ring, for a wedding band. And you have quite a few wonderful selections here, as you'll see when we proceed. Harry Winston is the first, but you will see other ones too. You've got Chanel jewelry, and then you've got Cartier. I think they have, yeah, they have Cartier, they have jewelry as well. Yeah, so look, I mean, it's quite huge, isn't it? Cartier is like, it's big. Can you imagine how much these stores have to pay for rent monthly to be on this block, to be on Old Bond? Can you imagine? And the bigger your store is, oh, here we go, Tiffany's. So if you don't find the ring at Harry Winston, or the necklace or the bracelet, you can come to Tiffany. But don't worry, those are not your only two options. There's more, okay? There is more. Just hold on a second. One of the things I love about London too is that they have such gorgeous doors. Like the doors of the homes and of the stores, they just take that additional detail to another level. And another thing I love about London are pit stops like this. This is Arcade. and it's just off the road, and it's like this alleyway that you turn into, and you're like, whoa, you know. Um, no, this is not an arcade like games and things like that, but this is, look at it. It looks like you're in Venice. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It was light. It was an alley, but it was light in there. And you, of course, had all these shops with incredible displays, beautiful pieces. And this is London, okay? This is London for you. There are these narrow streets that you turn into, and it's like mystery because you don't know where they're going to end up. And then you go through this narrow street only for it to open up into this big, gorgeous square. I just love that. I love, love, love that. Of course, I am super into architecture and love historic places, and that is one of the things that just makes me love London, because it has that. They have that seamless mixture in architecture of old and new. They do it so well. They do it so well. You can literally have, like in Bourne, right next to Bourne Market, you have like, which is an old market, but you can have like a medieval castle, you know, from, I don't know, 16 something. And then next to it, you have the Shard, which is like an all glass, super tall skyscraper. But it just goes well together. It doesn't, none of them look out of place. So I love that about London. So here we are, Yves Saint Laurent. I am planning a trip to Marrakesh, and I will be going to visit. One of the places would be Yves Saint Laurent's old home in Marrakesh. Right opposite Yves Saint Laurent, you have Rolex, but it's not just Rolex. This is the official retailer. Okay, so if you want to make sure when you're getting your Rolex that you are getting the right thing, the real deal, you know, when you're in London, visit the store. In some cases, actually, you might end up getting a better deal here than elsewhere, right? So yeah, there's Rolex. Right passing me was a family, and the girl was telling a story how her uncle, I believe, had said to her, look, if you do well in college and if you get a 4.0 GPA, I'm going to get you a Rolex. And she got a 4.0 GPA and he was good to his word. So I was like, wow, that's a nice uncle. Yeah, we've got Valentino. We're still on Old Bond. Still going strong. Wait, did we pass De Beers yet? I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. Yes. So I think this is De Beers. Yeah. So you've already got 3 options for your rings. You've got Tiffany, you've got Harry Winston, you've got De Beers. Oh no, this is De Beers. Sorry. But so you have those options. You can literally go from store to store. So you can literally go from store to store. I hope that sound didn't come through this voiceover, because that would be so annoying if I have to record it over. Anyway, here is Ferrari. They have a showroom coming up. I visited their other place right next to Bentley, but it was very small. It only had 3 cars, I think, in there. And the sales rep said they were opening a bigger showroom in on Old Bond, and there it is, but it's not open yet, so can't wait to see that when it opens. We've got Todd's. So I literally just did a loop, and now I'm the opposite side of the street that I was just on. It was a gorgeous day. Gorgeous day in London. I mean, the temperature was just right. Look at those doors. Did you see that black door? Oh my gosh, with the gold details. Beautiful. I think that was like a lion. Absolutely beautiful. So on this side of the street, the biggest store was definitely Prada. Yeah, I felt like it just kept going. And I'm like, whoa, you guys are, where is it? I think it's coming right up. Yeah, yeah. At this point, I was a little tired and hungry, actually. I don't know who else gets hungry when they're shopping um, and walking for, and London. Oh my gosh, the best treats and sweets and desserts. Oh my gosh, so good. So, so good. Here we are with Prada. You'll see there's Prada, there's Prada. And oh my gosh, Prada again. And what do you know? More Prada. But that's not it. Oh, Prada again. See what I mean? It just went on and on and on. I'm like, wow, okay. And finally, Max. And then I don't know I don't know why just randomly on the side of the road there were these two blue bags. That was very, I think they're garbage bags. I don't know. It's weird. Um, anyway, so yeah, look at the displays. My goodness gracious. And these buildings. Oh my gosh, look at the entryways. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. If you're into architecture, if you're into historic buildings and things like that, you are gonna love. Oh, there are two more garbage bags. Ferragamo. You're gonna love, 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 love London, and you're gonna love Mayfair because it just has that charm. Yeah. And aside from Prada and some other brands, the biggest store for sure um, on Old Bond is Ralph Lauren. Definitely. As you could see, it wrapped around the block one way and then it came down like the other way. I didn't go inside, even though I was tempted because it has a cafe. And like I said, I wanted some treats. But I said, you know what? If I go in here and sit down and eat, I'm not going to get up for a while. And I was like, you know what? Let me just continue what I'm doing and finish it. And then that way I can relax. So, Graf, here's another option for you. Tiffany, Harry Winston, De Beers, Graf. Sorry. And oh gosh, just look at the buildings. Love it. Love the details. Graf is actually quite large too because it kept going and going. And we are coming, I think this was Philippe Patak and or maybe not. Yeah. And then we are almost to the end of this tour. At this point, I was, yeah, like I said, a little tired and wanted something to eat. But we're gonna make our round back to where we started. And oh my goodness. So you can see that in this stretch on this street, and it's so funny because in New York, Bond Street is one of the most beautiful streets in in the Lower East, on the Lower East Side. So gorgeous. It's a short street. It's just like one block. No, wait, no, it's 2 blocks from Broadway to Lafayette, and from Lafayette to Bowery is Bond Street, and it is beautiful. The buildings there are just unique and gorgeous. And what do you know? Now you know where it came from. Here's Louis Vuitton. As usual, Louis Vuitton was quite big too, and Louis Vuitton is usually loud. Here they are. It's so funny looking at this now. I feel like the orange on the awning is basically the same as the Hermes orange. Maybe it's just me, but that's what it looks like to me. And of course, we end the tour with Rightly. Oh my gosh, sorry for the noise. Hermes. No, not Hermes, sorry. Burberry. We end it with Burberry. That is so annoying. Coming to the end of my voiceover.